Welcome to Out Past the Rings, volume 30.5. My name is Dave! Today we're doing Zampler number 4, which was released on January 1st of 2015. The history behind this goes back to a Teleportus show in Hamilton. When I think of this Zampler, I think of Adam from Teleportus, for he did the art for this. In between bands, I had asked him to do Door for however many minutes, who knows? And I caught him drawing and sketching and stuff like that. And I asked him, hey, what are you drawing? And he was like sketching characters and stuff. And he had drawn something similar to this. And I had come up with the idea, I should go back a little bit. I was at my brother's place in Toronto, and we were going through ideas for Zampler titles, and I threw out Flip 6 3-hole, to which we both laughed incessantly. So I already had the idea of the Flip 6 3-hole, so I saw the sketch of a character like this, and I asked him, would you be able to do a Zampler cover of a guy doing a flip in that kind of character sketch? To which he replied, yes, I'd love to. And to this day, it's probably, art-wise, my favorite Zampler. Not only did he do a great job doing the flip, Flip 6 3-hole, Starship Troopers reference, but the teams from the football game, he actually did, if you look at their jerseys, these are the two team symbols. And I didn't even pick up on that until he told me, and I was, that's amazing! You really spent some time on this. So the inside, it's kind of more of the same, along with the track listing. I'm a pretty big fan of the CD, probably also my favorite CD. This only makes sense if you've seen Starship Troopers. Again, a Flip 6 3-hole reference. Well, I guess we should go through the tracks. There was a fair amount of unreleased stuff on this one, including track 5 was the first time anyone heard one of the final Ken Burns songs, Death to an Aspiring Icon Part 2, which is a reference to Kayambi Communique. You got Endamori Shredder was released here for the first time. Still a much overlooked band in my opinion. You've got, okay, this was the first time a Murtex or Miatej track ended up on a Zampler. So this was when Chris from Makara and all those other bands asked me if I wanted to be in Miatej with him, and I agreed. So this was one of our first demos. There was also I Love Your Lifestyle, Zitch Dog from the 7-inch. Oh, and Raven from France. And a song from their final CD titled 2. And very interesting to note that there is a Respire track on here that, for all intents and purposes, this is its home. It was going to go on the second LP and just never did, making this kind of where it was released. It ended up on the semi-discography demo tape that I put out later on, but we'll talk about that later. A very good track. I can kind of understand why it didn't end up on the second LP. I think of that LP, and then I hear this song, and I'm like, it would have been the weakest song on the record. It's still a very good song, but you can tell they're kind of transitioning. Definitely worth a listen. This is a 24-track CD. I believe we did 300 of them. But at least it wasn't on super thick paper, and the CDs were actually very easy to draw. It's possible that there was only 200 of these, I don't know. I might have brought them with me to Austin Blood Alliance Fest in January of 2015, but I don't know. We'd have to have someone from Austin tell me if I gave them one or not. So thanks again to Adam for doing the art for this. Oh, and one other point to note, I guess, is the opening track, Youth Novels 2, I inserted, with permission from the band, a Starship Troopers sample for the Flip 6 3-hole. So if you're a guy with all these Flip 6 3-hole references, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably go watch that movie, because that is the basis for a lot of Zegma Beach, including the name. So we'll be back next with perhaps the best LP that we've ever released, the Via Fondo LP. Oh my god, it's so good. I'll see you then. Guess what? No outro.